why should the daughter go crazy because the phone is damaged? This is what the phone does to people.
Et la fille a commencé à crier, insulter son père. Et pourquoi est-ce qu'une fille peut insulter son père? Mais à cause du portable, le bleu, lumière qui est dedans qui l'a dérangé.
It also affects the sleep pattern. You don't sleep well.
Et ça gêne notre sommeil aussi. On ne peut pas bien dormir.
So, especially for children, they lose attention and they lose concentration. So you can imagine when parents are so much eager to give their children phones to take to school, thinking that, oh, I want to know where my son is. So my son must have a phone. My son will do research on the phone, forgetting that the phone causes reduction of attention, concentration, and intellectual challenges.
Et il y a des parents, toujours, ils veulent acheter des portables pour donner à leurs enfants. Mais quand tu achètes des portables pour donner à ton enfant, il dit, mon enfant va faire des recherches sur le portable, il va étudier, il veut connaître là où mon fils est. Tout cela, c'est faux parce que l'enfant ne peut même pas concentrer sur son étude.
You take the phone from your son or your daughter and see what she will do to you or he will do to you.
Arrache le portable dans la main de ton enfant et tu vas voir comment il va réagir.
But that is the least of all the problems.
Et c'est le tout petit peu de tous les problèmes.
The bigger problem is the electromagnetic radiation that comes from the phone.
Et voici les radiations électroniques qui viennent du portable, qui est très dangereux.
Now we all use what they call smartphones, isn't it?
Aujourd'hui, nous utilisons les smartphones.
Nobody wants to buy yam.
Personne ne veut acheter le yam, comment on appelle là?
In a church, if you use yam, you cannot watch line crosses.
Et dans nos églises, quand tu utilises ce portable qui a keypad,
so for you to watch line crosses, you must have a smartphone.
Si tu veux regarder notre église, ce qui se passe tous les jours, il faut avoir un smartphone.
But what is a smartphone?
Qu'est-ce que c'est un smartphone?
Smartphone is the phone that constantly communicates with the antenna outside somewhere.
Et voici le smartphone communique avec l'antennoir, ce qui est en haut là-bas.
And when they are communicating, they produce what they call electromagnetic radiation.
Et à chaque fois quand il y a la communication ou bien ça tire cette radiation, cette radiation devient électronique.
That is the most dangerous part of the use of mobile phones.
Et voici le côté dangereux des portables.
There have been many complaints about the effect of the electromagnetic radiation, but governments are trying to deny the existence of its effects because they want to escape the damages and the consequences.
Et les gouvernements même savent ça et ils sont en train d'éviter de parler de ça.
So what happens?
Qu'est-ce qui se passe?
This is the antenna.
Voici l'antenne.
And this is the phone.
Voici le portable.
There's always communication going between the antenna and the phone.
Et l'antenne donne la communication toujours à ton portable.
Through the electromagnetic radiation producing a wave.
Et à travers l'électromagnétique radiation.
Even when you are asleep, the phone will want to tell this antenna that I am here. So constantly it will be telling the antenna that it's lying here.
Et à chaque fois, à chaque moment, même si toi tu dors, le portable toujours communique avec l'antenne.
As soon as lights off, and so this antenna goes up, the phone would have to look for another antenna somewhere and communicate with that antenna that, hey, buddy, I'm here.
À chaque... Si vous voudrez acclamer très fort. Et à chaque fois, même si la lumière de cette antenne s'éteint, le portable va tout tourner pour chercher une autre antenne pour dire que, hey, mon ami, je suis là-haut.
If it does not do that, and somebody calls, the antenna will not be able to locate the phone.
Si le portable n'est pas cherché une autre antenne pour pouvoir communiquer avec lui, et que quelqu'un est en train de t'appeler par l'autre côté, le portable ne peut pas reçu cet appel-là.
So the smartphone, even when you are asleep, is constantly working, transmitting the radiomagnetic, transmitting and receiving at the same time the electromagnetic wave.
À chaque moment, même si tu dors et que le portable est là, le portable toujours lui communique avec l'antenne.
Can you imagine how many phones are here?
Il y a combien de portables ici?
They are communicating. Do you know how this place is filled with electromagnetic waves?
Comment est-ce que vous savez comment ici est plein de cette électromagnétique radiation?
You can't imagine it.
Vous ne pouvez pas imaginer.
But what are the effects of electromagnetic radiation?
Qu'est-ce qu'il amène comme des effets?
In the late 70s, communities in America began to complain about the excess brain tumors and brain cancers in their children. People didn't believe it.
Auparavant, voici ce que des gens ont découvert en Europe. Les enfants avaient des cancers du cerveau.
Especially amongst little children.
Et c'était dans les enfants.
The radiomagnetic wave produces tumor, cancer in the brain.
Et cela produit des tumeurs et les cancers dans le cerveau.
So, they argued that they noticed the increase in cases of cancer after they had introduced the antennas and those powerful radiating, what do you call it, masts.
Et ils ont reconnu que ce problème de cancer et tumeur vient de cette antenne-là.
Yes. So, Israel is interesting. Israel, wanting to know the truth, set up an institute to study the electromagnetic radiation in mobile phones and the use of in mobile phones and communications.
Et les Israélites ont établi une institution pour pouvoir faire des recherches concernant ce électromagnétique-là.
They found out that yes, the radiation produces cancer in rats.
Et ils ont découvert que voici, c'est vrai que ça produit cancer dans le rat.
They also noticed that it produces cancer in the breast, especially for women who put their phones in their breasts. Women, I hope you are listening. At times you are asking, the devil, you rebuke the devil. You are rebuking yourself. When you stick the phone in your bra, it can cause cancer.
Si vous portez votre portable dans votre soutien, c'est en train de amener, comment on appelle, cancer dans votre sein.
Do you know that men, you also have breasts?
Est-ce que les hommes, vous savez que nous avons aussi des seins?
Do you know that?
Est-ce que vous savez ça?
Men, are you aware that you have breasts? Yes. So if you keep your phone in your breast pocket, around your breast, what do you think will happen after a long time? So they asked, when is it long? When is it short? One call a day for 6 months is enough to start causing cancer.
Et pour pouvoir recevoir un seul appel par jour pendant 6 mois, c'est bon. Tu ne peux pas avoir ce cancer-là.
One call
un appel par jour.
One call a day
un appel par
for
jour.
6 months, according to research.
Pendant 6 mois,
is enough to cause cancer.
Et
They also found out
ça
that
peut envoyer le cancer.
especially men who put their phones in their pocket, the radiation can cause or can have effect on the testes. Yes. Hey, why are you starting? Hey. Yes, the radiation causes or has effect on the testes, and that it can cause tumor of the testes. It can cause infertility. What it actually does is that it kills the sperms, or even some of them don't have the strength to swim to the egg in the womb.
Et ce radiation, si tu es l'homme, tu mets ton portable aussi dans ta poche, la radiation peut tuer, ou bien vous pouvez avoir, tu mets dans votre testicule.
So,
Ou bien ça peut te donner petite spermatozoïde pour ne pas avoir enfant aussi.
So, in Israel, they don't have Wi-Fi in the junior schools. In Israel, no Wi-Fi in the junior schools.
Donc si tu vas en Israël, il n'y a pas de Wi-Fi dans les écoles d'enfants.
So how do they use the internet? It's all connected. It's connection by wire. So that you don't have Wi-Fi to encourage the transmission of electromagnetic waves.
Donc là-bas, tu peux pas, c'est connecté comme on appelle là, antenne. Chez toi, maison, tu connectes et puis tu utilises.
It also has effect on the heart.
Et donc l'effet aussi sur le cœur.
Yes, and you find men putting their phones in their pockets.
Et les hommes mettent toujours leur portable dans leur poche.
And the pocket is always on the left.
Et toujours la poche aussi est dans notre gauche.
And your heart is also on the left.
Et votre cœur aussi est ton partie gauche.
I don't know whether the women also prefer to put their phones in the left bra. I don't know.
It's true. It's true because they use the right hand.
And so to go to the left.
Use the right hand.
Tall. So that when you are used to putting your phone around your chest, the left breast, you affect the heart.
Et à chaque fois, si vous mettez votre portable sur votre sein, dans votre bras ou bien dans votre poche, à ton à gauche, ici, là, ça peut agir sur ton cœur.
The next bad effect of technology I want to bring up, which is worrying all of us, is the coronavirus.
Et voici l'autre côté de la technologie que je vais parler, c'est le COVID-19.
You want to ask, what has technology got to do with coronavirus?
Vous pouvez demander qu'est-ce que la technologie a, quel rapport ils ont.
When God created coronavirus, it created coronavirus not to come and kill man. Yes.
Quand Dieu a créé Corona, il n'a pas dit de venir tuer l'homme.
When the virus was first noticed, it was taken to America. Then the Americans noticed that if something should happen to the virus and it changes and it attacks people in America, it will be killing people. So they decided not to work on that virus in America. So they sent the virus to China.
Les Américains ont découvert ce virus-là et qu'ils ont dit que s'ils ouvrent là-bas pour pouvoir travailler dessus, ça va tuer les Américains.
That time the president was Obama. So he banned funding. Listen, he banned funding for studies on the coronavirus.
Donc, le président qui était en place était Obama. Obama a interdit de donner fonds, il a interdit de donner, comme on appelle, de l'argent pour pouvoir faire des recherches concernant le corona.
So this American man called Fauci took agreed with the Chinese. They built a new laboratory there, and then they sent the virus to Wuhan, China, and they were funding it more than $3 million a year, and Obama did not know.
Et ils ont envoyé cela en Chine et ils ont commencé à travailler dessus. Et comme on appelle l'argent qu'ils mettaient dedans, Obama ne savait pas.
So with this technology of genetic engineering, they changed the nature of the coronavirus, and then it became an animal that began to eat up human life. And see what is happening.
Et voici qu'ils ont fini de faire, et ça s'est transformé en animal, et il a commencé à manger les hommes.
This is the effect of technology.
Voici l'effet de la technologie.
So the first case was found in Wuhan.
Voici les premiers, comment on appelle, les premiers maladies ils ont trouvé, c'était à Wuhan.
So this new virus which they had developed, what disease does it cause?
Et ce nouvel virus qu'ils ont découvert, quelle maladie ça mène?
The disease it causes is called COVID, coronavirus infectious disease, COVID.
Et voici son nom, COVID-19.
And because it was found in 2019, they've added the number 19 to it.
Et comme ils ont découvert ça 2019, ils ont ajouté 19 là-dessus.
The virus causes infection in the nose, in the sinuses, in the upper throat.
Et ça travaille à travers l'œsophagos et le nez et
this is how the virus looks like.
voici comment le virus est.
And when I was finishing my slides this morning, something came to my mind. We have a colleague who, when he was young, called himself Virus.
Et quand il était en train de préparer cette message, quand il était petit,
here today, by the authority given to me by the assembly, I removed the name COVID from him and put the name Deacon on him.
Et quand on était petit, il y avait quelqu'un qui s'appelait Virus. Et il y a là un virus là sur lui.
This is how COVID looks, very ugly, isn't it? There's nothing nice about it.
Il n'y a rien joli, il n'y a rien de lui qui est
This is
joli.
how it looks like.
Il est vilain.
Now, how is it spread?
Comment ça se transmet?
It is spread from person to person.
Ça se transmet par un à l'autre.
People who are close to one another.
Les gens qui sont vraiment collés.
Through the respiration, when you breathe, through the air you breathe out, or when you talk, or when you sneeze, or when you cough.
Quand on transpire, quand tu parles, ou bien quand tu touches.
The droplets that come out, they contain the virus.
Ce qui sort comme crachat et autres là, il y a des virus là-dedans.
These droplets can land on the mouth, the nose of people who are nearby. So if somebody here has it, and I believe nobody has it here.
Et s'il y a quelqu'un qui a cela parmi nous, et je crois qu'il y a personne qui a ça aussi.
Yes, I believe nobody has it
Je crois qu'il y a
here,
personne
now, nobody.
Je crois qu'il y a personne qui a cette maladie là ici, maintenant.
You know why?
Pourquoi?
Because God has favored our church, Calvary Redemption, so much that
Dieu nous a favorisé tellement que
the disease cannot come near us.
et que cette maladie ne va jamais nous approcher.
So, when somebody has it, what happens?
Quand quelqu'un a cette maladie, qu'est-ce qui
Because
se
he
passe?
speaks and talks and sneezes, he spreads the droplets all over.
C'est
And
parce
when
qu'il
the droplets settle on you, they begin to develop the
Il parle,
disease.
il respire et il touche. Quand les crachats tombent, tu prends.
You know, people who may not have signs, symptoms of the disease, but are infected, can also spread the disease.
Il y a des gens qui ont ça et ils n'ont pas de symptômes. Tu ne vois pas qu'ils ont.
What are the symptoms? How would you know? I'm not saying how would you know, not you. How would somebody know because you are not going to get it?
Vous ne pouvez pas avoir cela, donc je ne vous demande pas. Si quelqu'un a ça, comment il peut savoir qu'il a?
So how would somebody know that that person has COVID? First, fever.
Au commencement, tu vas voir fièvre,
Cough.
et la toux.
And fatigue. It's always tired.
Il est
And he has
toujours fatigué.
muscle pain all over the place.
Et il a le corps qui lui fait mal partout.
He finds it difficult in breathing.
Et à chaque fois, il a des problèmes pour respirer.
One of the first signs is that the person cannot smell.
Et voici
When you
le
are cooking,
premier signe. La personne ne peut pas sentir l'odeur. Il ne peut pas sentir l'odeur.
when you use perfume,
Et s'il y a parfum, s'il y a quoi, il ne sent pas l'odeur.
and the serious thing is that older people who have severe medical conditions like diabetes, diseases of the heart, diseases of the lungs, are more likely, they stand a higher risk of developing complications of COVID.
Et ceux qui ont, les grandes personnes qui ont diabète et tension ou autre là, et ils ont, comment on appelle, ils sont en risque d'avoir cela.
So, how do you prevent?
Comment vous,
COVID.
vous pouvez préventer? Vous pouvez éviter.
Self-protection, you must protect yourself.
Vous devez protéger vous-même.
People are shouting, oh, what is the government doing? The government cannot do anything.
Qu'est-ce que le gouvernement est en train de faire? Les gens demandent tous les jours. Le
You have
gouvernement
to
ne peut
put
rien
on
faire.
your mask.
Vous devez porter votre masque.
You have to observe social distance.
Vous devez aussi se retirer des gens.
Avoid crowd, not this one. This one brings fullness of joy. In the presence of the Lord is the fullness of joy.
Alléluia. Vous ne devez pas aller dans la foule où il y a les gens en train de jouer ballon ou bien en train de faire politique, ils sont en train de faire grève. Vous ne devez pas se mélanger.
Stay at home if possible.
Restez à la maison quand c'est possible.
When this summit comes, you cannot stay at home.
Mais s'il y a summit comme ça ou bien conférence comme ça, vous ne pouvez pas rester à la maison.
If you don't have to go out, stay home.
Si vous n'avez rien fait, restez à la maison.
How do you prevent? Yesterday, our government received a large consignment of vaccines. If you have questions about vaccines, when we finish, you ask the questions and there are people here to answer.
Et si vous avez des questions concernant le vaccin, et après cette section, on va poser, ou bien il y a des gens qui vont te répondre.
So how do you reduce transmission of the disease? COVID?
Comment on peut réduire le transmettre aux gens?
Regular hand washing with running water. We have running water outside with soap, plenty of soap to disinfect.
En lavant les mains régulièrement avec du savon.
Frequent disinfection.
Et à chaque moment aussi, vous ne devez pas toucher des choses.
Now, listen. We have obeyed all the instructions. Not that we don't believe that our God is not mighty.
On est en train d'obéir tout le protocole. Ce n'est pas parce que notre Dieu ne peut pas nous sauver.
We have everything, the sanitizer, everything available.
Nous avons les sanitiseurs, ce qu'on prend pour nous sanitiser nos mains. Tout cela sont
We have obeyed because we are an obedient society. We want to obey the government.
Nous avons observé tout cela parce que nous sommes obéissants.
How then do you keep COVID out of your house?
Comment est-ce que vous pouvez éviter COVID dans votre maison?
Social distancing. Social
La
distancing.
distance sociale, là, il faut te mettre en distance.
You wipe with disinfectant things that go out of the house, like baskets, like bags. You wipe the handles and all hard surfaces in the house. You keep on wiping them with disinfectants.
Et à chaque moment, il faut nettoyer ta maison avec les désinfectants.
So, when somebody tests positive, what happens?
Quand quelqu'un est testé positif, qu'est-ce qui se passe?
So the person with positive test without symptoms has to put on constantly the mask.
Celui qui est testé positif toujours doit porter son masque.
The person might self-isolate.
Lui-même, il doit se isoler.
Quarantine himself.
Ou bien se quarantine lui-même.
Because he is positive, when he talks, droplets can land on surfaces. So the surfaces must always be cleaned, wiped, and sanitized.
Et à chaque moment, comme il a testé positif, à chaque moment, vous devez nettoyer tout ça de surface qu'il y a là.
And the most important thing, the person must stay calm.
Et à chaque moment, cette personne doit rester calme, tranquille.
In fact, the believer must stay calm because
et il doit rester tranquille parce que
he ought not to be afraid. For we have a promise, and the promise is that he will be with us till the end.
Et il doit rester calme parce que notre Dieu nous a donné promesse que il sera avec nous jusqu'à la fin des jours.
But if the person tests positive and he has symptoms, the only solution is he must go on admission.
Et si quelqu'un est testé positif et qu'il a vu les symptômes, Alléluia, les symptômes, il doit aller à l'hôpital pour qu'on lui mette à côté.
Thank you.
Merci. Je vous remercie.
Oh, come on, be on your feet and come on, let's appreciate Professor.
Acclamons très fort le professeur.
Everybody, come on, put your hands together.
Acclamons très fort.
Thank you very much.
Je vous remercie.
Except Dog and Apostle Bismarck, please, you two can sit down. The rest, stand on your feet, please. I saw some of you sleeping.
J'ai vu que des gens entre vous qui étaient en train de dormir.
You are receiving such a very informative knowledge and then you are dozing.
Et vous êtes en train de recevoir grandes informations comme ça et que vous êtes en train de dormir.
In our time, a lot of people will not reach any advanced age, but most people will lose their ear and their sight.
Et dans un moment entre nous, il y a beaucoup qui n'arrivent pas loin comme dans l'âge, mais ils vont perdre leur entendre et leur vision.
If you look at some of the things he was telling, all of us use mobile phones. And these days, when you are talking to somebody, you have to scream because they can't hear you.
Et dans nos jours aujourd'hui, si tu es en train de parler aux gens, il faut crier parce qu'ils ne peuvent pas t'entendre.
Because all the time there are things in people's ears. You see people walking, they are walking alone.
À chaque moment, il y a des choses dans les oreilles, tu les vois, ils marchent, mais ils sont en train de danser.
He said something that it reminded me. I remember sometime when you travel in the plane, and because you sit to one place for long, at times, and the plane also vibrate inside. When plane are flying, the only thing you inside is the inside. And so at times when you are landing, you can't hear anything. And at times there are people, their ear pain them like somebody is using a needle into their. At times some of them, it will take about days. Yeah, it's serious. If anybody have traveled in plane before.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
true.
At times when you are landing, at times your ear, it's like somebody's, choking into your ears.
Yeah.
That's right. It's very serious. At times you can land, you don't hear anything. And it will take a long time before your ears start coming back.
Quand tu prends
Yeah,
l'avion,
it's very serious what he taught. So most of us, we will have a problem. Our eyesight, that's why we have free screening, checking your eyes, because that blue light is so deadly, but we have no choice. And especially some of our children, you see them in the dark, and then they are looking on their screen. Very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. Most of us does that. See in the dark and you are watching on your screen and you are working on your screen. Very dangerous. You are blinding yourself. Yeah, you won't reach anywhere. You will become blind.
si vous êtes dans l'obscurité
Very,
et que
very
tu es en train de
dangerous.
regarder ton
Any
portable,
question?
c'est très dangereux.
Any question? Those of you that want to ask questions, please, you come forward here quickly so that you ask and then he will help you with it. Quickly.
Vous
So
avez des
please give him the
questions?
microphone.
Si vous avez des questions, venez devant, s'il vous plaît.
The rest, please, you can be seated. Yes. Quick, you mention your name and where you come from. Quick, then you ask your question. Your name and where you come from.
My name is Moses Toka from Bumbarku district,
Okay, northern region.
northern region.
Okay. Assemblies of God pastor.
Assam Sogo pastor.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. I want to know. Doctor spoke about this in the symptoms of the COVID. I want to know. Initially we're coughing, sneezing, and now, if something like that happening, how can we detect it?
Okay, Professor.
Yeah.
If you are coughing,
Yeah.
if you have general body pains, if you have headache, if you have fatigue, what we do now is, when we have tested you for malaria parasites and there's no parasite, the next thing we do is we test you for COVID. Especially at your age.
I'm under 20.
It says,
He's under 20. Come on, put your hands together for him.
Il a demandé comment est-ce qu'on peut la tester pour Covid et le docteur a dit si vous êtes malade, vous avez mal de tête et vous êtes chaud, tout cela, vous partez à l'hôpital, on teste le malaria palu et qu'il n'y a pas de palu, là, il sera obligé de vous faire passer par Covid test.
Okay, so you mention your name, please, and where you come from.
My name is Lar Makuntma from Tamale, Assemblies
okay.
of God Pastor.
Okay.
First of all, I just want to appreciate our bishop for this wonderful program.
Thank you.
Last year I was here, I enjoyed the program, and this year I'm here again.
Good.
Prof, I salute you. We are told that the vaccine with regards to COVID is effective for only 8 months. How true is this assessment? Thank you.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Man, il dit, on les a dit que voici le vaccin de COVID-19 demeure dans toi pendant 8 mois. Et est-ce que c'est vrai?
I am not too sure. I'm not conversant with this fact. But I'll try and put one and one together for you to understand what is happening. The vaccine does not prevent you from getting sick.
Getting sick of.
COVID. You get sick, but according to them, because of the vaccine, the sickness will be mild.
Et ce vaccin ne peut pas vous évitez d'avoir Covid. Tu peux l'avoir, mais à cause du vaccin qui est en toi, ça va diminuer. Ça va pas agir sur toi trop.
According to them, even when you have gotten the vaccine, you should still put on your mask. You should still do social distancing. You should still wash your hands.
Donc, on dit, même si vous êtes vacciné, vous devez toujours porter votre masque et vous devez aussi toujours laver vos mains et essayer de vous éloigner des gens.
The second thing they say we should do is that when we have first shot, we must have a second shot again for it to solidify the immunity we have.
Et on dit, si tu fais le premier vaccin, il y a le deuxième vaccin aussi que tu dois faire pour pouvoir avoir, pour que ça soit solide en toi.
For how long it will take, investigations are still going on.
Et jusqu'à quand est-ce que ça va demeurer en toi? Il y a toujours des investigations ou bien recherches dessus.
Thank you. Yes. Please, your name and where you come from.
My name is Gunnar James from Upper West in the Wild West District.
Okay.
And please, I had a video that the vaccine, it came to destroy our immune system. When you take the vaccine, immediately you're attacked by the virus, you die easily. How true is this? And it even came to radio stations that some of the parents in Upper West were taking their wars home due to this. I wanted to find out from our professor.
Yes.
Thank you.
Please, all the information I'm giving you are information from WHO.
Toutes les informations que lui, il demande que voici, il a reçu ces vidéos sur social media, médias sociaux, qu'on dit si tu fais ce vaccin, tu peux mourir. Mais le docteur dit, lui, toutes ces informations qu'il nous est en train de donner, ça vient de WHO.
Now, WHO does not say that the virus will destroy our immunity. What it is that it is not the virus they are giving us. I want you to open your ears and listen to me carefully. It is not the virus which has been used to produce the vaccine. No. They have used a certain part of the virus.
Certain part.
A certain part which can cause the body to produce immunity towards the virus, COVID. So because they are not introducing the virus into your body, you cannot get the COVID. This is according to WHO. Do you understand me?
Thank you.
The virus is not being, it will not be introduced into your body. The vaccine is not of the virus. They did not use virus to produce the vaccine. They used rather a part of it, which is capable of calling an immune response. Now, what do I mean by that? For example, Bishop picks his phone and calls me. When I see his number, I must react. I must pick the phone and then listen and say, hello, my bishop. That is the response to his call. Likewise, when that part of the virus is introduced into our body, it causes us to respond, a response, an immune response that would defeat the disease if the disease should come to us.
Thank you.
Il dit, voici que si nous prenons ce vaccin et la maladie vient à nous, ça répond, c'est-à-dire le vaccin répond à le virus, c'est-à-dire il attrape et puis il ne peut pas agir sur nous.
Your name and where you have come from. You're a missionary.
I'm missionary Stephen Ebony
Uh-huh.
from Fire Community Church, Sola.
Solar, okay.
There goes my question. Can a drop of the affected person affect someone when it touches his dress or her dress? And how long will the drop will activate in the air before it dies? Thank you.
On some surfaces, that drop can last up to 6 hours. Yeah.
6 hours.
On dry surfaces like this, on handles of doors, on tables, things you buy on money, things, it can last as long as 6 hours.
Il demande si quelqu'un a atteint du Covid et puis il a craché ou bien il y a son drop qui est touché là, est-ce que combien d'heures il peut rester? Et le docteur dit si ça a trop duré, c'est 6 heures de temps et tous les virus peuvent mourir.
And if the temperatures are good, low temperatures, it can even stay longer. It can even stay longer when the temperatures are low.
Il dit quand le temps est low, est basse, comme le chalet, il n'y a pas de chalet, ça peut rester pour longtemps.
It is not able to stay longer in hot environment.
We are blessed.
Dans les endroits qui sont chauds, ça ne peut pas.
I thought you were going to clap your hands. We are blessed. It will get hotter, more hot, more hot, more hot.
May I ask, how many of us have blessed God when we have come out into the sun and the sun is burning us? How many of us have blessed God? Let's be truthful.
Soyons fidèles.
No,
Combien d'entre nous qui ont béni le Seigneur pour pouvoir nous amener dans le chalet comme ça?
Today.
But do you know that when somebody has tuberculosis and spits on the ground, the sun heats up the sputum, the saliva, and the tuberculosis bacteria will die? Yet we don't bless God for the good things.
Hallelujah. Come on.
Même si quelqu'un a tuberculose,
more sun.
Et que le soleil l'a touché.
More sun in Africa.
Tous les bactéries dedans et tous vont mourir.
More sun in Kumasi. No virus.
Sure.
Yes, please. Your name quickly. Your name and where you come from.
My name is Reverend David Tibila from
Reverend
David Tibila.
David La.
Tibila.
Tila. Okay, from
Northeast.
Northeast. Okay, please go ahead.
Yeah. Doc, you talk about the earphone, how it affects the hearing of your system. And then the phone too. Some time ago, I was inside a bus, and one man was saying that even when you put the phone on your pocket, sometimes it reduces your manhood. So I don't know how sure it is. Now, number two, about this COVID. You go to our area, the facilities, even the nurses, they don't have anything about the nose mask, anything, and they are talking about it. So, Doc, I want to ask, if you don't have the nose mask, can you use your cloth, your handkerchief, to cover so that it will protect you? Thank you.
Yes. Let me start with the nose mask first. When the COVID started, we were all taught how to sew nose masks with cloth. Do you remember? We haven't abandoned them. Please, the nurses can sew nose mask from their cloths. Do it for yourself. Do it for yourself. The fact that government hasn't produced or supplied the mask doesn't mean that you should sit down and look on and die. No. Why? Do it yourself. It will help you. The design is there. It's so simple. Now, talking about the phone. So far, I've given you results of research work done so far. But I have not seen any research work concerning the manhood. No. So because I haven't seen, I will not confirm that mobile phone can cause is it shrinking of the manhood?
The effect. It will affect it.
So that when you put it on your pocket, it vibrates.
Yes. It vibrates. That is true. But the vibration would affect, for example, the testes. That if that is what you describe as manhood, fine. Your testes. And it kills the sperms. It reduces the strength of the sperm. It also has an effect. The testes can become cancerous. That is what investigations have found.
On a vu que si tu mets le portable dans ta poche tout le temps, ça peut.
I thought you were going to clap your hands. Come on.
Ton testicule, et que tu ne peux pas ne pas avoir enfant, ou bien ça peut te donner le cancer des testicules.
Yeah, quickly, so that we go to the next session. Yeah. Please, your name and where you're coming from, quickly.
My name is Awekedan Alfred. I'm a student of Calvary Redemption Bible College. Mm-hmm. And my question goes this way. We learned about the emission of radiation through our phones. So how do we then handle our phones?
Good. This is the question I was expecting. How do you handle your phones? Number one, make sure that you don't keep your phone on your body first. Number two, when you are charging your phone should be away from you. You don't put the phone around your bed, around your pillow when you are charging it. If you can switch off the phone whilst charging it, that will be okay. If you can do these two things, it will help us a lot. First, keep the phone away from your body.
Lui, il a demandé comment est-ce qu'on peut gérer notre portable. Sinon,
please, this is going to be the last one because nobody came up, so nobody should rise again.
Si tu es à la maison, tu peux déposer quelque part. Si à l'appel, tu prends. Et si tu es en train de charger le portable, ne dors pas à côté. Mets pas le portable en charge et puis tu dors à côté. C'est pas bon. Si ça peut aller, tu éteins le portable avant de le charger à chaque moment.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. I'm Romeo Esiama from a Christian Global Temple. Prof, I need a little bit of advice on the COVID. When normally the president do the nation address, you do advise us we should eat good, eat good, eat good. Is it really, really important in your own way? Or do you have any advice towards we should eat good and the type of food we have to be eating? Thank you, sir.
You should have a balanced diet, first of all. Your diet must contain vegetables and fruits. That's the foremost. The balanced diet goes to improve, strengthen your immunity. In fact, it is your immunity that fights against COVID, the disease. So what you will do to strengthen your immunity is very, very, very vital. Today, various food items have been identified to improve the immunity of the body. And so if you can take them, like fruits, vegetables, fruits, vitamin C, fruits containing D, calcium, these are things that help to improve on your immune system. Zinc, food, vegetables, fruits that contain zinc would improve upon your immune system. Above all, your way of life, please, you must have enough rest. Enough rest. The only time that you can permit yourself not to have enough rest, but to be engaged in a process. Must be a time you are engaged in a spiritual warfare, a spiritual exercise. You are fasting. You are praying. That's the only time you can allow yourself not to sleep. Because when you are engaging God, you are engaging God with the understanding that his promises are ever sure, his faithfulness are ever true. So please, these are the only times. The rest, make sure. When you are not fasting, when you are not praying, please sleep well. When you are not fasting, please eat well. Eat like a king. Because when you are fasting and you can see the food and you are not eating it, when the time comes and you have the opportunity, please eat. Thank you.
God bless you.
Il a demandé comment le docteur dit le Covid là, comment on peut manger, qu'est-ce qu'on doit manger. Le docteur lui a dit il faut manger en balance. Il y a fruits, il y a des légumes là, beaucoup, tu manges. Et cela aussi peut t'aider.
Thank you. Please, quick one.
Last question. Questions?
Thank you for the opportunity. This one is also regarding to health, concerning this CSM issue. Last year,
Is it COVID or CSM?
because it regards to health, it's a serious problem for us. I want Doc to help us.
Okay.
Yes. As soon as we went to lockdown last year,
Yes.
you realize that
Yes.
Upper West, Upper East,
Yes.
there is this CSM
Yes.
issue.
Yes. Yes.
So I want to ask whether World Health Organization have something to help.
Hey.
If not, some 2 weeks to come, we'll experience a similar issue like that.
Yes.
And it kills even faster than the COVID.
Yes. Yes.
So that's what I want to find out, whether there are vaccines and all this. Because when it comes to a family, you realize that almost everybody, and it's always a threat to us.
Okay.
Thank you.
I wish I could answer that question regarding WHO. I wish I could. But I know that it all depends upon the planning of the government, what government plans and initiates. If the government, I remember last year, the Deputy Minister of Health had to be sent to WA to go and find out how best they could solve that issue. All depends upon the government. Regarding the outbreak, yes, when the lockdown came, everybody was crammed into the room, isn't it? Yes, you are not allowed to go out. And you know, this disease spreads when you are crowded together, isn't it? And so now, we are praying that the lockdown will come no more. It won't come. We should pray hard. In fact, Christians, we haven't done well. We haven't stood high enough. We haven't engaged God hard enough against this COVID. This COVID is somebody's business. This is what my prophet said. It is somebody's business. Can you imagine? The vaccines, the true price of the vaccines is $30. And so they are selling it at $30 for the advanced countries. And they are selling it at low price, $7 to $10 for the poor countries. Can you imagine? There are 7 billion people on earth. If these 7 billion people were to be vaccinated, do you know how much money, especially one person, Bill Gates, do you know how much money he will get? He will get enough money and would attempt to control the whole world. And that is what he's doing. $30 a vaccine. $30 a vaccine. To the extent that even India, which is producing the vaccines, could not buy enough for its own citizens. Yes. When I was doing the research, India, which is producing, that is the largest vaccine producing country, could not afford enough for its own citizens. because it's expensive. The factory is in India, but does not belong to India. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Last one, quick one, please.
Please, I'm called James from Upper West Tumu. My question is, we learned that the virus has mutated, so we don't know whether it's true. And if it's true, the vaccine that they are saying they produced, is it from the mutated one or from the initial one?
Thank you. The vaccine we produce is not from the mutated one. And to be true to you, some countries are not receiving the vaccines. Some countries, Germany, is it Holland, they are not receiving those vaccines. For example, Australia is trying to produce its own vaccines. Why? Because the new strain, the mutated one, is so deadly. It is even affecting little children. Can you imagine? 7 months, 7-day-old child in Confanoche. We knew that COVID didn't affect children. But now, it is even killing our babies. So you can imagine how deadly this thing is. And that is why I have been asking Christians, can we for once, as the Christians of those days stood for Peter, and Peter was not killed, was not beheaded, can we also stand so that God will do something for us? Please. And it's we don't know what will happen next. But you know, we want to stand by faith. We want to stand by faith. Because we know that God is. And He shall. And shall always be. That is our God. And so, Christians, please, let us not sit and think that's all. No. Otherwise, as it was told to Esther, after killing, they also come at her. After killing, they also come at Christians. Please, let us stand and war against this disease.
Thank you very much. Come on, put your hands together.
Les jeunes ont demandé aussi le vaccin. On dit qu'il y a une mutation.
God bless you.
On a dit c'est vrai, mais c'est pas ce qui est muté là que le gouvernement envoie.
Let's be on our feet.
Donc, les Indiens qui ont produit ce vaccin-là même.
So, he is not the government. Are you referring to Professor? I won't let him ask that question. Come on, put your hands together. What a temptation.
Les Indiens même qui ont produit ce vaccin-là n'ont pas eu l'argent.
Everybody be on your feet and put your hands together. Come on.
Il y a des gouvernements qui ont empêché d'acheter, comme l'Allemagne et autres. Mais en Australie, eux-mêmes, ils sont en train de produire leurs vaccins.
But why do you want to ask him that question? Because he is a man of God. He's one of us. So we have to ask the government. This question, ask your MP. And if you can, send a message to the president. Yeah, send to him and say, Mr. President, are you going to take it? Yes, that's the right place to send that question. The issue here is this. We live in a world that things are happening, and it proves to us that there are things you don't have control over. And that is why we need help. Somebody can create a virus, and then he goes back and create a vaccine. That is the reality. And yet we have people study all angles. They are asking wrong questions.
Voici ce qui se passe
So
dans notre monde.
why we live in our world, somebody will create a virus, as he said, that it was discovered. So they realized this one can kill, so we don't need to touch it. And somebody touch it and then use it. The question I was asking, who created that vaccine anyway? Who created it? And if somebody created, why he created it? The whole issue is that the devil has noticed that the kingdom of God is advancing. And so he wants to shut us down. But we are unshuttable, unstoppable, unbreakable. Please help me. Let's appreciate Professor for this incredible insight.
Dit quelqu'un a créé ce virus-là pour pouvoir créer.